I started by doing like Bride of the Waves, Norma, Fantasy Brilliant, those types of solos for cornet, and working on like the color of sound. So it's a little bit warmer color. I'm using vibrato in a slightly different capacity, the lightness of articulation.
If I could interrupt, sorry, but I'm going to compliment you so I don't feel that bad. Your use of vibrato on that album is like it's excellent. Yeah, it's really vibrato has to be really bad for me to notice, or it has to be really good for me to notice, and it's like it's excellent. So
Thank you.
sorry,
It's a very intentional thing.
I could tell.
When I focused specifically on trumpet prior to playing cornet or flugelhorn in a brass band, I was just like, no, the vibrato's there. You know, it's somewhere. I'm using it, but I think the difference is I'm using it in a very intentional capacity. So I have more control over the fasts and slows and the width of the vibrato specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, being able to connect with that just kind of opens doors for expression.
I want to talk a little bit more about vibrato, actually. Where would you tell someone to start who just plays with vibrato and it's binary? They either play with vibrato or don't play with vibrato, but haven't done the exploration that you're talking about in terms of speed, width, when to use it, when not to use it, etc.
Just
Absolutely.
recap our first lesson, Jen. Just
Okay. So I think the first step is viewing vibrato not as an on-off switch, but as a dial, so you can turn up and down the intensity of vibrato. So you think about the width of vibrato, how wide is it between the top and bottom peaks? I have my students think about it like a sine curve. So you think about like in tune and then making sure that you're supporting an in tune sound with even oscillations on your vibrato. And then I think about the frequency. How often am I using that vibrato? Like how fast is it when I'm playing? So I have the ability to play a really slow and wide vibrato. I can play a really fast and shimmery slim vibrato. I have access to all of those different facets of that expressive tool.
Wow. Fast and shimmery was what we used to call Buddy, actually, when he was at Mason. That was his nickname.
That was the nice things they said about me.
There's a couple other adjectives. I left those out. How long from, I don't want to frame this as if it's like that the exploration is done, because I bet it's not. But how long did it take from when you first started to think really intentionally about this until you kind of found your voice, if you will, with vibrato?
I think it's taken, I started playing in a brass band about a decade ago. And I would say about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, I was like, oh, I should probably figure out exactly like when, how, and why I'm using those tools, so that I have more autonomy over the musical decisions I'm making. So yeah, I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, and then doing more intentional work differentiating style. Like if I sub in an orchestra, no one wants to hear my brass band vibrato. They're gonna be like, that is really neat. Why are you doing that?
They might enjoy hearing it once.
Yeah, that's so cute. See you later.
Last time you're ever playing with the Kansas City Symphony.
Well, right, exactly. So being able to kind of pick and choose. I talk about it like your dashboard on your car, where you turn up and turn down different aspects of your playing in order to kind of musically justify the style that you're in.